Hey everyone, I am just going to give it a couple minutes for people to hop in, but thank you for watching. This is our May Tarot Partnership. I'm going to move that right there and this right here, and I'll put that right there just to show what we have available. I'm going to pull up the live, see if I can tag everyone also. Oh, my everyone tag is not working. Hey, Tammy. Let me see if it will use my everyone tag on the computer. Since we did have to switch who was hosting, I just want to make sure that people see. Hey, Angel. Hey, Tammy. Let's see if it works on the computer. Awesome. Fabulous. It looks like it's going to. Maybe. Oh, fabulous. The everyone tag did work. I'm very happy for that. Alrighty. Request a reading. Tarot pendulum. Is it still black on you, Angel? And Tammy, can you still see me? I can still see myself on my video on Facebook, so I'm not sure if it's just Angel. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the boring stuff. Well, not really, but, going over the last partnership. Before I say that, if you are newer to the Tarot Partnership Program, or even if you're not, if you check out mine and Cheyenne's YouTube channel, you can see years of tarot video. So we are no longer doing the educational aspect of it, as we felt like we really covered everything that we could cover, and those videos are available on my YouTube, Cheyenne's YouTube, in the guides, and on the table of contents. Going over the last partnership, from Cheyenne and myself, there's really not a lot to say. I think everything ran pretty good. I don't think Cheyenne will be joining us unless she makes it home, but I don't think she will be. She is, doing mom stuff. I'm pretty sure they are at a softball game. I'm pretty sure that's the correct sport. Regardless, nonetheless, jumping into everyone else's feedback from the last partnership, everybody enjoyed participating. A lot of people said that they really liked the bi-monthly approach because it gives a lot more time and the pressure is away, but overall, everybody really enjoyed. The partnership communication was really good. There wasn't any communication issues. And as far as program improvements, some requests were to have some maybe more out-of-the-box types of readings and questions, like maybe like a spirit animal one, or something on the darker side, or what would your life be like if you pick a different path, just more out-of-the-box things, and I can totally toss that idea to Cheyenne and try to include some different options rather than, the classic what you always get. But I will say if you and your partner decide to do a secondary reading, then you can always do readings on whatever topic you want as long as the main, what was required, is completed. Another program improvement is there was a few that were like this, not a lot, but a few, where people said they really enjoyed the longer time frame because when they need extra time, they have the extra time, but that if they don't need the extra time, that it feels kind of drawn out. And I can understand where y'all are coming from on this, but to accommodate best, we did the monthly for a long time, and it felt like that was like a little too quickly. And so I know sometimes it might feel a little drawn out with the longer time period, but we're going to keep it at every other month for the rest of the year for the tarot program. But if you feel like it's drawn out and like you have a lot of extra downtime, you can try to see if your partner is willing to do more than one reading, and then in that case, then you can do more. Or if you and your partner simply just want to discuss tarot things, you can always do that instead. It doesn't have to be strictly doing readings. You can be discussing things as well. But because we could do a little bit shorter on the week, but then it kind of just pushes things together where it's a little harder for Cheyenne and myself. So the bi-monthly is really the best way we can accommodate members and us. Hey, Em. Suggestions for future lives. People have mentioned wanting to continue on the mixed divinations. We get this request pretty much, I think, every time we do a program. Cheyenne and I already did 3 lives on mixing different types of divination in with tarot, and so we are not going to do another informational live on that. You can view them. This request in specific was talking about pendulum. Pendulum was one of the things that we did discuss in that live. In regards to the partnership program, you're more than welcome to add a divination in when you're doing your readings. You don't even have to ask. As long as tarot cards are a part of it, you can use any other divination tool during your partnership. And then the last live suggestion was really in doing these live readings that we're doing here, and that is what we are going to continue to do for the remainder of the Tarot Partnership Program. As mentioned, Cheyenne and I have pretty much done a live video on everything tarot related that we can think of, and there's not really a point in continuing to do the same lives over again if you can just go view them. All right, that's really all that's going over the old program. So I'm going to open up the queue. Today we're just doing random divination readings from the chat. We're offering tarot, pendulum, and playing cards. You can ask as many questions as you like. I'm going to complete reads in the order that I receive them, and then I will let you know when I close the queue. And then at the end, we'll go over the next partnership program. Thank you all for listening to my spiel in the beginning. So I will give it a little bit and see what pops up in the queue, and then go from there. M says, my wonderful friends, I need any advice on my life and directions the cards can give me. Be mean. Okay, well, my cards, they're brutal. So we will just see what they have to say. I don't usually ever sugarcoat my cards. I just let them do the talking, so we will see. Okay. That's a lot of cards. I'm so sorry, Em. We're not reading that many cards. The deck is going to need to shorten it up. Give me a shorter answer, please. What does Em need to know? Maybe only 3 cards? That would be nice. Okay, I can do 4. I won't argue. That's fine. I'll take 4. Okay. The Hierophant reversed. The Lovers reversed. 5 of Pentacles reversed. The Star reversed. Oh my gosh. They're all reversed? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna straighten up these other cards for you here real quick while I think about that for a second. I don't have Cheyenne today. It's so sad. I'm off on my own. Yeah, it was just being a little brat, Em. It was like, oh, 3 cards, haha, 4. It was just, yeah, had to be a little stinker on me right there. You have 3 major arcanas, and you have 1 that is a minor, and that one's the 5 of Pentacles. But they're all in reversed, so I find that interesting. Tammy said, got a lot going on. What does tarot... Okay, I'll add you to the queue, Tammy. Sorry, guys, there's going to be a little downtime in between. I got you, Angel. Added you in there. Well, Em, you said for these cards to be mean. I think they freaking heard that. They ain't not happy. Okay. Okay. So, I feel like starting with the Hierophant, it is talking about maybe like an outdated way of thinking. That you need to connect with spirit a little bit better. I feel like I feel like the spirit slash the cards are just like really not having the way that you're looking at it. I think they're like telling you that you need to stop looking at shit the way other people look at it and take your nose out of like the books for a second and like put them in your own brain and connect to your own intuition and see what they have to say, like see what like things have to say rather than just trying to do everything quote unquote the right way. Do it the way that like your intuition is feeling like you should do it. And also to not give away any of your power. Like, don't keep filling a cup that has a hole in the bottom of it that's just going to keep on endlessly consuming. Like, don't keep just pouring and pouring and pouring into something if you're not going to get anything back out of it. Let's go to the Five of Pentacles. I feel like the Five of Pentacles and the Star is really kind of going together. They're all going together as they popped out, but I think these two are really talking closely. There is like a light at the end with what you're working on, but I feel like you're really stuck. And it's just a lot of not looking at things the way that you should be looking at it. Like, and I think it's causing you to maybe like missing opportunities and like losing hope a little bit. And then this one is maybe just like sitting there and wallowing in that feeling of things not working. Basically, I think they're saying, in the nicest way possible, to get your head out of your ass and to realize that you are a bad bitch and you need to not let other things drain you and you need to just work on things the way that you feel like you should work on them rather than what other people are telling you to do in the way that is the correct way to do them. I hope that makes sense, Em. I was trying to figure out exactly where we were going with this. Hey, Rachel. Glad to have you here. M says that is super accurate. My head is way up there lately. Okay, yeah, I was like trying to figure out what the cards were saying, and I was like, glad that works. Glad that connects with you and you understand. Let me get that out of the way. All right. Next is Tammy. Let me get these cards out and let me reset the deck a little. Let's see. Oh, Danielle, don't worry. You're really not that late. I've done one reading and I just went over the past partnership. Rachel said, I knew as soon as I heard basically they want you to know you're a bad bitch. I was like, oh, this must be for M. Yeah, it was. I was like, the cards just need me to say it how I need to say it. And, I mean, she said, don't, be me, don't sugarcoat it. So we'll give it as is. All right. I'm going to shuffle back here for a sec to reset, and then I'll deal for Tammy. M said, for sure it does. I've got to get my intuition tapped back in and stop letting myself get my own way. Yeah, that's really what I was feeling. It was like a lot of like, maybe like, are you a perfectionist? Because if you're a perfectionist, that definitely makes sense with what the cards are saying. And we just know. You just push off that bad bitch energy, for sure. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say for Tammy. Tammy, I have got a lot going on. What does tarot need to tell me? Okay. Needs to tell you that. I want one more, because that was really quick. All right. Just one. No, that's a lot. No. One. One more. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. It flew. Let me grab it. All right. When it hit the ground, it was on reversed, so that's what we're going to go with. Let's see. M said, always a perfectionist and an idealist. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because I was sitting there, like, repeat reading it, and I was like, I get it. Makes sense. So let's see. For Tammy, we have the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups, which is reversed. And both of the wands came out together. like freaking instantaneously almost. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it says that you have a lot going on in your questions. What does tarot need you to know? Alrighty. Let's see. I missed not doing these with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, if you're watching the replay, you are sincerely missed. So, Tammy, let's dive into this. You have a lot of creativity, a lot of fiery energy, and a lot of passion, but I understand that there's a lot going on. And so maybe to escape from everything that's going on, you're not looking at like, okay, so like this is what's going on, this is the immediate future, this is where you're looking. And while yes, the destination is beautiful and the things that you're going to accomplish are beautiful, but the journey along the way is just as, if not more important than where you're going to get. And I feel like thinking about the overwhelming nature of everything that's going on is like pushing you into maybe a negative mind space and you're getting a little too pessimistic. And what tarot wants you to do is maybe write down where it is that, you know, what you're looking for, your future, what's going on, and then maybe write like a little list of all the things that you know are going to have to happen along the way, and say why you're grateful that you're going to have to deal with those things. Because even though something might be hard and even really sad or even really unfair or just a lot now, in 10, 20, 30, however many years, you might be just wishing that you could be in that situation again, or be around those people again, or deal with whatever's happening again, or experience that journey again. Yeah. Okay. I think that pretty much sums it up. I want to leave it there. That's what the cards have to say, Tammy. And yeah, they were trying to say a lot, but they needed to sum it up. So, I'll wait before I clear the cards to see what Tammy has to say. Let me see who's after that. Let me like these so I know. Next is Angel. Okay. Danielle, I got you in the queue as well. Let's see. We have Angel. And then we have Rachel. And then we have Danielle. Awesome. Okay, I'll keep waiting to see what Tammy says, but I'm gonna yank these cards away. I feel like I left them, and I'm gonna just start clearing my deck and just shuffling them a little bit. Okay, so that's why, okay, that makes sense. So, I'm very sorry that happened. I think what the cards were wanting you to focus on is, even though dealing with all of these things with your husband right now is just the fact that you can still be with him and still hold his hand, is something to remind yourself over and over again that you can be grateful for. That even though you're dealing with all of this, you can still pick up his hand and he's still right there next to you. But I'm very sorry that you are dealing with all of that. Angie, I love you. You're fabulous. Angie, you're just too good. You're just too great. And I love Alice with a passion. I was trying to see if I had something Alice within reach, and I think I do. Okay, I do. I was like, I have to have something Alice within reach. There's no way I'm in my house, and I just don't. So here you go, Tammy. Not Tammy. Sorry, Tammy. Here you go, Angie. These are for you, Angie. Sorry, Tammy. You're on my brain. That's why I said your name. I will hop over to Angel in a second. I want to make sure Angie could see those. Yes, there's definitely a big journey ahead, but there's still a lot to be grateful for. I'm glad that reading, whoops, I'm making a mess, resonated with you, and I'm sorry again that you're dealing with all of that right now. Whew. Okay, good enough. There we go. All right. Angel, is there anything I need to know for the week? Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Angie. All right. Angel, Tarot, Is there anything Angel needs to know for the week? Okay. 6 of Swords reversed. Page of Swords reversed. Alright, we're going with that one. The wheel. Horizontal. Oops, I just goofed my deck. There we go. Alright. Thank you, Danielle. I've found... Okay, so before I finish you, Angel, I don't think you'll mind. So this tarot deck, I reviewed it in one of our old tarot lives. And I showed the cards with it. And I really enjoy the major arcana, but I feel like the minor arcana cards, like, they're like, they didn't live up to my expectation. Like, I still love them. They're still beautiful. I still really like the deck, but I just feel like they could have been a lot more creative. Now, however, this Oracle deck, I feel like they really pulled it off with the artwork, and I was pretty stoked about that. But if you want to see this one, you'd have to check out an old tarot live. I'm pretty sure reviewing decks is even in the title. And then the Oracle one I have not shown on a live in detail. Is the bigger one a... What? Angie, I got really confused, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't even know what that means, Angie. I'm gonna assume that's this question right here. I'm gonna react to it with, the wow face, because I'm not sure. Not sure at all. If these are the things that I have right here. This one up here is Winnie the Pooh. The Oracle deck artist. Oh. Yes, that's who it is. Thank you, Angie. I was like pouring through my brain trying to figure out what the heck that meant. But yes, that is who it is. That is who the artwork is by. That makes a lot more sense now. That's why I didn't recognize the name off the top of my head. I was like, should I know this person? Alright, Angel. Sorry. I got really freaking distracted right there with that. Leave it to me and Angie to go on a tangent. Even via the comments. We can accomplish it. Alright. Let me gather my thoughts. Danielle said that she also didn't know what that meant. I was feeling kind of silly right there. I was like, should I know what this means? Nope. Tammy says his name is Scott. Okay, Angel. 6 of Swords, Page of Swords, the Wheel. Oh gosh, Angel. I'm about to come for you. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a little aggressive. But I will... Do you want me to just say it exactly how the cards are saying it, Angel? Or do you want me to soften it up a little bit? Because they're a little spicy right now. I'll read this and wait for Angel's comment because I'd like to know. Angel says the cards are blunt today. Yeah, they are. So I just want to know. Angel says hit me with it. Okay, I'll hit you with it. Okay. Be prepared. Why are you not accepting help, huh? Why are you being really resistant to change, huh? Why are you trying to carry on about 1,000 different bags by yourself when there's all these people trying to help you? Why are you keeping your head in the past and with problems that you can't control when you have so much going on for you while you're picking up 10,000 projects and not asking for any help or accepting all the help that people are trying to give you? And then we'll go to the Page of Swords, and the tarot is saying that you're being a lot of talk and no action. The cards really said it. Why is all this talk and all this planning, but not a lot of doing? Sorry, Angel. The cards are they're really telling you something. And then with the wheel, it's horizontal because the cards are saying it's up to you. Are you going to take all of these great ideas and really do them? If you want to, you're going to have to accept some help. You're going to have to allow yourself to get the help that you need to receive. But really, the wheel could go either way. It's just is your I want to say, the cards are saying arrogance, but I don't really want to say that. But basically, are you going to be too, I can do this all on my own and I can do 10,000 things at once and I'm not going to ask anybody for help because then the wheel's going to go reversed and it's not going to go that well. But we can turn the wheel up this way. It's just, up to you. But the cards are literally screaming, how many plans are you going to make and not start them? How many different wonderful ideas are you going to have and not write them down? But yeah, those are the cards have to say, Angel. Let's read the chat. Rachel says, the last thing you want to hear is the reader say, oh gosh, I'm about to come for you. I gave a warning, okay, guys? My cards are brutal. They will let you know. They will let you know. That's for sure. Angie says, why did Angel get my cards? Angel says, it's calling me out all the way. They just broadcast. That's why I asked if you wanted me to say it, because I was like, this is about to get a little aggressive. Daniel says, your podcast, Angel. Angie says, these cards are an aggressive jerk. Like, the artwork might be cute, but the cards are not nice. Angel says, so stop being such a Libra. Yes, Angel. That's exactly what the cards are saying right now. But it's like literally on repeat. It's just repeating like, why so much talk and no action, huh? And like, just in that literal tone of voice. That's what I'm getting right now. So yes. I know the reading resonates with you, Angel. I don't gotta ask that. But any comments you would like to add before we go to the next? That was good. That was a good one. I liked that. Let's see where we go now. Who's next? I think it's Rachel. I need to double check. It is Rachel. Nice. Angel said, so stop waiting on the day before it's all due to work on it. Yeah, Angel. Maybe. Tammy says she loves the Lightseers deck. I love this deck as well. Again, thank you dearly, Ellen, for gifting me this deck years ago. It has become like an extension of me, I believe. Alright. Rachel's request. I'd like to request a reading. I'm about to go on a job interview tomorrow. I want it bad. What should I keep in mind? /no for tomorrow. Well, let's do 2 readings. Let's do a tarot and then let's do a playing card. Let's reset the cards properly first. I need all my cards to not be flipped over. Okay. Good. Alright. Let's see. Come on, cards. Give me some stuff. Okay? We can work with it. We can work with 4. We'll take it. Let me not push it or the freaking deck's gonna start yelling at me. Okay. Did anybody see this card flip over while I was shuffling earlier? But it didn't fall out, and now it's here? Please tell me someone saw that. Anyone? Please. Let's see. Good luck on your interview from Danielle. Good luck from Rosalind. And Angel says, I'm actually laughing because these are my thoughts today. Why am I like this? I don't know, Angel, but the cards know. That's for damn sure. Alright. Okay, good. Tammy said she saw that, Angel saw it. Good. See, I'm glad people saw that because I was like, Because I literally stared at that card for half a second, considered yanking it out of the deck, but I was like, nah, it didn't fall. We'll let it keep going. Nope, it really wanted to pop out, that's for sure. So we have the 4 of Wands reversed, 8 of Wands reversed, 9 of Wands upright, and the 5 of Swords upright. So a lot of Wands here. A lot of thoughts. Tammy says it wants to be seen. Rachel says thank y'all. Angie says she was cutting off the bottom of a dress. No worries. Hope the dress looks good. I'm glad you saw, Rachel. I'm glad. As long as the person who was doing the reading saw, that is the main things. Or not who's doing the reading up. Who I'm doing the reading for saw, then I'm happy. Not that I don't want everybody else to see it, but, you know. Y'all know what I mean. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna give you some advice. Each card is gonna come to you with some advice, Rachel. How about that? Four of Wands. Don't forget the importance of the little things, whether that be the handshake, a smile, eye contact, asking some follow-up questions. The key is in the simple things. Don't give a flying flip-flop about any of the drama or the bullshit that comes around work environments. Push that all out of your ear. Don't let that get you feeling disconnected, and just focus on the little things. Don't overstress with all the big shit that you have no control over. Just the little things that you can control. Focus on those. With the Eight of Wands, make sure you set yourself up to where you're not going to burn yourself out. If you need to have specific availability, don't feel pressure on yourself to push yourself past. Allow yourself to put in as much energy as you can, but don't put yourself in a position to burn out, especially when starting a new role. The Nine of Wands. Allow yourself to be excited for what's going to come, excited for the opportunities that it's going to bring. Sorry, Angel was messaging me and I lost my train of thought. Not to blast you out, Angel, but I'm gonna... I was about to say. That's my... I just saw a squirrel. Let me gather my thoughts for a second there. Sorry, guys. Awkward moment. Okay. Allow yourself to be excited for what's gonna come, and excited for all the new opportunities that it's gonna bring to you, but don't forget just that final push, that final oomph to get there and get where you're going. You got this. You just don't let yourself get in your head. Take that last jump. Don't let all the excitement get to you, but still feel that excitement. And then last but not least, we have the Five of Swords upright. And this is telling you to make sure to use your skills and your confidence to your advantage. Don't get in your own head. You are skilled, you are confident, you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are deserving. You are deserving. You are deserving. Remember that, Rachel. You deserve it. You deserve nice things. And that's what it needs you to know. Now let's do a playing card reading. Let's see how that shit's gonna go. And then I'll catch up on comments. Sorry for the pause. So when I'm on Facebook on the laptop, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I don't know if everybody does, if you get a message or something, it pops up pew across the screen. So yeah, saw a little squirrel running around, focused on that. All right, let's see where we're going. It's gonna be fucking awesome. You're gonna kill it. I don't even need to flip over the rest of them. You're gonna do freaking great. I'll flip over the rest though, just so you can see. Oh yeah, you're gonna do great. Just don't focus in your head. Take the advice that you got. You'll do fabulous. All right, let's read those comments now. Angel said, sorry, lol. No worries. I had to be honest with what I got distracted on. I thought you would find it funny. Angie said, yes. Oops. I just friend requested somebody in the chat. So whoever got that friend request, My bad. You can still add me as a friend if you want, because the universe wants us to be friends, but I did not mean to send it. M says, girl, get out of your head and let your heart want it. Yes! Exactly. And then Angel says, for the class, it was a picture of my planner for the month as I was doing where she had my cards. Yes, for the class, when Angel, that's what you get, Angel, for passing notes in class, and you have to read them out loud. Alright. Rachel says, makes so much sense so far. I've been really holding myself back and saying, oh, I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket. I understand. Rachel said yes, and then M said, we keep telling you to let those eggs chill in that basket. Yes, you have to put the eggs in the basket or you'll never know what's going to come from it. You can't just, like stick one little egg everywhere. It's not going to get you far. You're going to have to jump in and really hope for the best. Rachel says, major takeaway from this, walk in confident and sure, in confidence and sure, pay attention to the details, don't get in my own head, and I'm coming out of a super bad work environment, so I've definitely been in my head. Yeah, don't let that I think that's where, which card was it? One of these two, where it was talking about not getting caught up in the drama or the bullshit. Don't let, just like in a relationship, don't let your past problems affect this problems. Allow it to where you can keep an eye out for red flags, but not completely color your vision where you're seeing red hues where they aren't actually there, if that makes sense. M says, you're a bad bitch, let it show and shine. I think that is the true verdict of this live, is that you're a bad bitch, we're all bad bitches. So there we go. Rachel says, yes, as soon as you said don't get caught up in the bullshit, I knew what it was referencing. I am glad that resonated and that you got what I was saying. I am scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to see who is next in the queue. Awkward, I can only scroll up so far. Was the next person who requested Danielle? I can only scroll up so far. Did anybody request in between Danielle and Rachel? Because I can't scroll up any farther. Awkward, never experienced that before. I was pretty sure it was Danielle too, but I wasn't sure. Okay, I'm gonna read for Danielle. If you requested in between Danielle, okay, good, great, it was Danielle. No! Too many comments came through and now Danielle's disappeared. Danielle, can you type your request again? I'll do it next, but it disappeared because it only goes up so far. Rats on a stick. Let me respond to this so this doesn't disappear. Request. Okay. Whenever Danielle's pops up again, I'll do that. I'm scrolling through, seeing if there is anybody else. Trying not to accidentally friend request everybody in the live because I keep clicking things. I don't think there's another one after Danielle and the one that I just sent, but I have to check. Scrolling. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to not make it be dead silent, because I feel like that's awkward. Okay, cool. Cool. It was Danielle and then the one that I responded to. Here. Ah, thank you. In the live, we all fam. Friend requests are fine. Oh my god. M, you are cracking me up. Was it you that I friend requested, M? Yeah, it was. I just hovered over your name. It says cancel request. Well, I'm not canceling it. We'll leave it. Alright. Danielle says, my comments were about acting weird, but it was, oh, no. I can't read, sorry. Danielle said, my comments are acting weird, but it was, what blockages do I have spiritually or something like that. Angel responded to it, because she's, the goat. Pretty much exactly what he said. What blockages are you having spiritually? Was it? Yes, M, it was you. It was. And it's even better because you were the one who sent that. We're all fam. Yeah, because I hovered over your name that said cancel request. I didn't cancel it. Alright. Let's see. Danielle, what blockages are you having? Okay. Alright, cards. Be nice. Be nice. But I don't know. I think everybody that's gotten a reading today, the cards have been being a little spitfire. Alright. Let's go at it. For Danielle, what blockages are we having? Okay. Alright. I'll move that. We'll put that up there. That's the Queen of Swords reversed. What else are we gonna have? Alright, that's the Magician reversed. We need one more at least. No, we're not taking like 40. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. My deck is giving me sass too. Alright. We'll take it. Whatever, we'll take it. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the Magician reversed. And we have the Three of Pentacles horizontal. What time is it, guys? Oh my gosh, we haven't even been live for that long. I don't know why I thought we were alive for so much longer than that. Okay. Queen of Swords. Reversed. Well, after Danielle. Huh? Sorry, I got distracted. Sorry, guys. I should not try reading the chat while I'm literally freaking talking. 40. Well, sorry, Danielle. I'm here really a lot. Rachel says the deck wants to be read and read all of us. It does. The deck is demanding today. It wants to be involved. That's for sure. Maybe even a little spiteful, I would say the deck is today. It's being a little pain, that's for sure. Well, but after the reading I'm doing now, I only have one more left in the queue, so if anybody else wants to throw anything in, we'll totally do it, and then if not, we'll end up closing it out. Danielle, every card. Yes. Alright. What blocks are you having is the question. Okay, cards, can you be freaking nicer than that? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out a nicer way to freaking word that. Now my computer's dying. Okay. Let me plug in my laptop. That will take me just a second. Maybe I'll have generated the less sassy version of the cards. Let's see. I'm back. So many notifications because my computer's dying. Danielle says you don't have to be nice. Okay, good. Because I was trying to get the cards to be a little nicer, and I don't think they're going to today. So if anybody is sensitive, maybe don't request a rating because the cards are coming in hot. Alright. Angel says today is a day. It is, apparently. Alright. Queen of Swords reversed. You are being blocked because you need to use logic in your head and your heart a little less. I think the cards are telling you that you're being a little bitter and that you're focusing on things a little too much emotionally, and you need to think about them and focus on them more logically. And that you are right now, because you're doing that, the Magician, you have a frick ton of unused potential, and you have a lot of talents right now, and you're not tapping into any of them, because you're experiencing unfocused and blocked energy. Maybe because of this card a little bit. Danielle says, I'm being bitter about things right now. The Three of Pentacles in horizontal is talking about how we can really go either way. If you maybe think about things in a more logistical way and less emotional way, that you can really manifest what you're trying to manifest, and the things that you're wanting will come together much quicker, and your talents will be, you'll be able to use your talents and your potentials to its fullest. But that if you're going to continue to look at things very emotionally rather than logistically, that you're just pushing your own agenda. Like, the cards are basically saying, all right, we're gonna say this real blunt and honest, okay? The cards are saying, if you are so freaking smart and you have such a big old melon inside of your brain that's great, why the heck are you not using it, huh? If you're really talented and you have all this potential, why are you not doing anything? You have the potential to come together and make it all happen. But right now, you're just pushing your own agenda. You're blocking your own goals. The only one stopping yourself right now is you. Why? That's what the cards have to say. After Danielle said, I'm being bitter about things right now, she said, I was so bitter that I put off my writing for a year. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, the cards are wondering why you're not picking up the damn pencil. Like, Angel says they are on it. They are. Rachel, such a big old melon. Got me so good. I mean, now do you guys see why I was really trying? I was really trying to figure out how to word that like better, but it didn't want to. It needed to be said. Daniel says that makes a lot of sense. I've been so lazy lately. When I want to do something, I'll just shrug it off and say do it later. Yeah, pushing your own agenda. Oh my god. So that's why I couldn't say it any nicer. M said shots fired. Yeah, for sure. Why are you not picking up that pencil, huh? So what I'm hearing is that you are talented and you are blocked. And you do need to just look at things logistically. I think maybe the cards are on something today. They might be a little feisty pants, but they're letting us know. Rachel says, you've warned all of us now. If we get a read today, we should just expect the shots. Yeah, I guess so, honestly. M says, I need you to push your own agenda and push your other book my way. That's what I'm saying. How are we supposed to read your book if you don't write it? We need to know. Angie says, I'm loving all of this. It's keeping me so focused on what I'm doing, and it's freaking great. These cards are hot today. I know it. I was like, I said at the beginning that my cards are usually honest and don't sugarcoat, but they said we're going to really show that freaking true today. They said, watch this. Danielle says, it's because the story was inspired a long time ago by someone in my family, and I'm bitter about it, so I didn't want to continue it. But I've been slowly working on it. Oh my gosh! Danielle! So it's literally saying to stop looking at it emotionally, looking at it logistically. So emotionally, maybe they're a little piece of poo or a piece of work, but logistically, the story could be great. M says, sounds like the story's taking a turn then. That's what I'm saying. Plot twist. Dang. I love when you guys tell me what's going on, so that way I can, like, just see how the cards are actually clicking. That's, like, fabulous. I love those moments. Alright. Let's see the next one. Alright. Rosalind. I've been dealing with a lot of death, caregiving, emotional, and mental exhaustion plus burnout. The to-do list in the near future is extensive. Do the cards have any advice for making it through to the other side? I feel like I'm about to snap in two. My distractions are not working very well. Okay, so I'm literally going to throw my cards at a wall if they try to be mean to Rosalind, because she doesn't deserve it right now. So if the cards are going to give one nice reading, I swear, bless it, it better be now. Or someone's about to have to play 78 pickup. Okay. Let's reset the cards. And let's see what Rosalind can do to distract herself and feel a little less. Angel says you can kill them off and have a new main character. Always. Angel was next. Tragic. Angel, did I just skip you? I got lost in the chat. Danielle says one of the characters is inspired by him too. I was going to have him have a redemption arc. Not anymore. Girl, he didn't deserve that redemption arc. Not one bit. Danielle says that is so true. Oh, okay, good. We didn't miss it. Okay, good. We're in the right order. Yeah. Rosalind is next. The cards are going to be nice. And then I'll look to see if whoever is after Rosalind afterwards. I need some of these cards to go the right way. After I do so many readings, half the frickin' deck is upside down. That's not helpful for anybody. Oh yeah. We're relatively. Not all of them are the right way, but they're close enough. Sarah high-key telling the cards be nice. Rachel, I love how you threaten the cards with 78 pick. That's what I'm saying. They better get it together. We're not being mean to my girl Rosalind. Nope. Alright. Let's do it. Some nice advice. Nice advice. I'd like 3. And the cards would be nice. More like Sarah will have to sugarcoat them heavily because they're angry. Nope. They're going to be nice. Or they're getting thrown. And they know I'm serious. I keep my promises, babe. Let's go. Alright, there's one. I'm not sure which way that's going to go because it fell on my arm. Alright, there's another. Okay, there's another. We'll go with it. We'll keep the 3. Okay. 4 of Wands. And I think it was going to go upright, but it was on my arm. So I'm not really exactly sure which way it was going to go. So that's why I just parked it horizontal. Once I look at the rest of the reading. Rosalind said, oh, no worries. I'm a little scared of the answers anyway. Don't worry, Rosalind. If it's not a nice answer, you're just going to see the cards fly everywhere. M said, I love how active the jumps are in your deck. It's so responsive to you. I think that's why my deck is sassy. We tussle, you know? That's how you gotta bond with your deck. You just gotta intimidate it a little bit. No, I'm kidding. Before I ever read with a deck, I do a lot of bonding with it before I read with it. Like, there are a few decks that I own that I've never done a reading for because, like, we're just not friends like that yet. How am I supposed to read off the cards if we don't know each other like that yet? You gotta take it out on a date first. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I think... Okay. Alright. I'm thinking that it's going to be negative, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's supposed to be reversed, but I'm not sure, so I'll let you know. So, just in case it was upright, I will give you both, just in case. But I think it's supposed to be the reverse side. If it's upright, then acknowledge the small wins, and just focus on the little things that you can control. Celebrate the little things that you can do and that you have been successful in. Even if it's just something small, give yourself a celebration and a pat on the back and a good job for that. But I think it's supposed to be reversed. So I'm going to read it like that because I feel like that makes the most sense with everything else. So we have the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. So if you're a numerology fan, then I would pay attention to the 9s. I don't really usually include numerology when I'm reading, but if I feel like it's important, I'll tell you I feel like it's important, so I would look at it afterwards. If someone wants to type what the 9 means in the chat, you can go ahead. I'm going to continue on with the reading, because I'm not, I know some numerology, but I don't trust myself enough to say it, because I could be wrong. Oh, this one's a 4. This one's a 4. The other two are 9. I just feel like the 4 is not as important. I feel like the 9's important. Okay. So, the advice for the 4 of Wands is to not, like I said, the 4 of Wands came up earlier, and I feel like the advice is kind of similar, obviously different because this is a different situation, but sometimes feeling disconnected from something is a good thing rather than a bad thing. And so you have a lot of, no worries, Danielle, that's why I picked it up to show closer. I know that you have a lot of bad things and a lot of stuff going on that you cannot control in your life. And so the disconnected feeling, or allowing yourself to like feel like spaced out or separated from that, just even internally in your mind for a little bit, while a lot of people try to avoid that feeling, sometimes that feeling is a good thing, because then it can just provide a little bit of relief to where you're not over like stewing or becoming very emotional on things that at the end of the day, while yes, letting your emotions out is helpful, but it's not going to change anything. And so just sometimes allowing yourself to sort of disconnect and not dissociate, but like completely like pull back from something and just focus on just yourself for a little bit. I think that's the advice that this card is giving you. And then also, in turbulent family situations, sometimes it brings out the worst in people. And so allow yourself to really take people for who they are based upon what they're showing you, and don't get caught up in the drama. Because if someone is an adult, it is not your job to fix them. While you might be nice and you might sit there and try to help somebody and fix them to the best that they can, at the end of the day, if they are taking all of the life that you have and not providing you with anything, you have to put yourself first. You have to. So, with the 9 of Cups upright, the universe is going to be giving you very small little gifts of joy and things to look for. And so what do I mean by this? Even though there's a lot of doom and gloom going on around you, just keep your eyes out for the blooming of the flowers. Look for the small little things that remind you of your dreams and remind you of your happiness. Look for the small things. And then also look for things that fill your cup rather than just take from it. And then lastly, with the 9 of Swords upright, with a lot of this really heavy stuff, having nightmares or having bad insomnia, or even both, maybe feeling depressed or worried or anxious, it's normal. You are allowed to have feelings. Don't let anybody tell you that you need to hurry up and move on, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. Shush. You're allowed to have feelings. Whatever the hell your feelings are, you're allowed to have them. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not. Even though those feelings suck and it's a lot to go through, you are allowed to have them. But the cards want you to know that in time, if you just focus on the small things, focus on the things that you can control, that brighter days will come. And there is that glimmer of hope right here amidst the darkness. That's what the cards have to say. I didn't sugarcoat anything. I pinky promise. I think the cards just knew I was literally going to chunk them at the freaking wall if they were rude. And so that is your reading, hun. Rosalind says thank you. Crying. I will wipe your tears. Tears wiped. You are welcome. And let's all thank the cards for being nice to Rosalind. Thank you. Thank you very much, cards. I greatly appreciate that. Nobody else asked for a nice reading. I don't think they have it in them. Oh my gosh, I'm clicking on 1,000 buttons. Alright. I'm going to go see if there's anybody else in the queue. Nobody else sent a request. I'm going to close the queue. But I am going to look to see if there's anybody else. Let's see. I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Gandalf, stop. Alright. I don't know if anybody else is in the queue. As far as I can scroll up, once you're on to the next round. Oh, Angel says that once you're on to the next round, why am I like this? Is that your question, Angel? Is that a request? If that's an actual request, Angel, I'll let you have it as the last reading of the day. Alright, let me go back down. Alright. Angel says, thank you, cards. Thank you, Angel. The cards definitely needed that. Angie says, hugs, Rosalind. Rosalind says, I appreciate it so much. Thank you again. You are so welcome. I know Angel had one, but I probably missed more. Yeah, I checked. I was pretty sure it was only Angel. Because I was, like, saying them out loud so I can remember them. Okie dokie. The last reading before I go over the next program will be Angel. Hashtag, why am I like this? No, alright. Let's see what the cards have to say. Angel, I think the cards used up the last bit of their nice juice that they had, so I apologize deeply in advance for whatever the hell the cards have to say. Oh, thank you, Rosalind. Here we go. The Lightseers Tarot deck. I absolutely love this deck, but don't let their cuteness fool you. They can say a lot. Daniel says, this was great, thank you. I can't wait for the next program, too. I'm pretty hyped. It was good. I'm glad that the vibes were strong. I'm so glad the chat was active, because I was like, if you don't have Cheyenne, I'm gonna be lonely if there's no one in the chat. Alrighty, let's give it a... Whoa! Okay. Oh my goodness. M says, not me chomping at the bit for the next partnership. Well, we got you, M. Don't worry. Alright, let's see what kind of freaking explosion happened over here. Okay. This is a lot of cards. Oh my brother, that's a lot of cards. I don't want to read all of that. Okay. That's too many cards. It's gonna have to shorten it up. Too many cards, Angel. This is too many damn cards. I was thinking about it. That's too many damn cards. We're doing it again. Like, they're gonna... there. Oh, I need less cards than that. Okay, Mr. Tarot Deck? Less cards. I'm setting a 5 max policy. Like, gosh. No. No, Angel, I don't think you wanted to hear that one either. Like, what? No. This is, oh! Okay. We'll read that one. I said 5 cards max, so I guess I have to read it. Yeah, they did fly out. They literally, oh, you want to know why? Here you go. That sums it up. Yeah, I did say 5 cards. Evidently, I should have said 3. Like, clearly. Okay. Imagine, Angel, I just stack up all of those cards and say you're like this because you're a Libra, and that's what I give you. I won't do that, but it would be funny if I did. Yeah, at least they're upright. And some of those other cards didn't look too freaking happy on the last one. Yeah, guys, if you didn't think my deck was spicy before we started, I bet you know now. Now you see what's going on behind the scenes when I'm doing readings for people. I'm just getting sassed up and down, left and right. And the reads aren't even always for me, and they still be talking smack. Okay. So, Angel, why are you the way that you are? Because you're beautiful and magical? That's why? I know it, but let's get into it. So, you are the way that you are because, one, your psychic visions, your spiritual connection that, you know how you can connect, you can see things, you can hear things, your clairs make up a big ass chunk of why you are the way that you are. Because if you're just in your room and all of a sudden you're dealing with some crazy crap because the spirits are stirring shit up, that's gonna play an effect on the way you are. Because how are you supposed to get anything done when you don't even have to go outside to see a squirrel? You just look around and you see the squirrel. You are, however, the star. You are on the right path. And you do get things fulfilled. You just take your time. Your sweet time to get there, but you do get there. You are connected very strongly. And I hate to say it, but I do think your star sign and your houses and your astrological bases are playing into that. But I am not the person to talk to you about astrology, so don't even ask me. I couldn't tell you. Ask Ellen. She's fabulous at astrology. All right. Let's see. I need to read the chat before I continue because I need to know what this says. Rachel says, but it would be funny if I did. But you don't know the deck is that spicy. Or you too. I think I'm just as spicy as the deck is. Procrastination. Yeah. Page of Cups. You're a dreamer. You love coming up with new ideas, but are you always motivated to follow through with them? Debatable. But your ideas, fabulous. You can always come up with something new and unexpected and a new direction to run in. But whether you run the full marathon or not is, debatable. But you come up with the ideas. That is what we need. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles upright. Again, your spiritual abundance is insane, okay? Connect to those frickin' clairs, Angel. Work on your clairs more, okay? You have 1,010,000,000% potential over here. But when are you going to do it? When are you going to connect? They want to know. They would love to know. Death and rebirth. I think just about every time you start something, you close something else. How many of the we'll word it like this. How many tabs do you close that are unfinished to open a new one? That's what the cards want to know, Angel. They really want to know the answer to that one. Let's see what the chat has to say. Angel says, oh, all of my chart is in the moon/dark part of the chart, aka the bottom. Angie says, I need to get my astrology butt in gear. Angie also says, why does Angel keep getting my cards? And then Angie says, Angel, we may need to talk to each other and motivate each other. I think Angie and Angel could be, a team of either mass success or they're going to catch and see every single squirrel that exists on the planet. It's going to be one or the other. Well, Angel, that is your reading. I will read your response, and then I will dive into the next program. Angel says, oh, so they want me to not block the 75% of the time? Okay, got it. How are you supposed to connect to your spiritual side, Angel, if you're all scheduled up, just opening and closing tabs that you're not going to do anything with? That's what they want to know. So they want me to work with Angie from the verse reading. Angie says, I'm telling you, it will be squirrels. All right. If you are wanting to do the next tarot partnership reading, I really, really, really hope you're listening right now because I'm about to tell you the secret word. So if you're not listening, I'm so sorry, but you're just going to have to keep on listening to try to find the secret word. Please don't type it in the chat. And you know what the secret word's going to be? It's going to be squirrels. Because I think that is just too damn accurate. So, we're going to spell it. SQUIRRELS. RRELS. Don't type it in the chat. All right. That's a secret word. I'm not going to repeat it anymore. Thank you for the inspiration, you ladies, for it, because we didn't actually type one this time. So, I was just going to do whatever felt right. So, the next program. Yes, the irony is very strong. How about, I didn't ask Cheyenne before I did this, but I'm going to do it anyways, guys. So, right, better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So I have a spread, and the original prompt was going to be, what should you be working on this Beltane? Okay, so I'm going to give 2 prompts and a spread this time. There's going to be a lot of choices, okay? So I'll put the prompts in the chat, just so that way there's options. So prompt number 1 is, what should you be working on this Beltane? Okay? And or, what is something on the darker side you can work on with the thinning of the veil? Because Beltane is the other time of the year that the veil is thinning besides Samhain. So I hope you guys like that, because I know somebody wanted some darker things that we could do. And we accommodate to y'all's wants. So boom. There you go. 2 spread options. I'm not 2 spread options. Oh my gosh. 2 prompt options. And if you are a spread fanatic, here's a spread for you. I will read it, but I'm going to put it in chat too, because I like being able to read my spreads sometimes rather than listening. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Exactly. All right, so the spread, I don't remember if I wrote it or Cheyenne wrote it, but one of us 2 wrote it. Card number 1, what should you spring clean out of your life this season? Card number 2, what should you be focusing your energy on? Number 3, is there anything reaching out with the thinning veil? I'm pretty sure I wrote this. All right. And then number 4, are there any signs that you should be watching for? Oh my gosh, brother, I definitely wrote that, because I'm pretty sure I wrote that, because that sounds very similar to what I just randomly came up with on the spot. Sorry guys, my blanket got stuck under my rolly chair and I got all distracted because it got tangled up in my blanket. I'm about to do all 3 for my person. There you go, Em, do it. I triple dog dare you, Em. Ha. Now you have to do it. Angie says, I love it. Angie also says, I hope you're going to put these in the group chat. You know it, betcha. I got you. You know I'm nice like that. Danielle says, I like that spread too. I'm glad. And Angie says, ooh, I love these. I'm glad. You know, I'm here to please. I try. Oh, it's so on. It better be, because you can't step down from a triple dog dare, Em. Can't do it. All right. Best believe I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask in the group chat. I'm going to ask if the dare was completed. So the dates, the sign-ups are going to go out today at some point in time. Cheyenne or I will post them. And the sign-ups will last from the 3rd through the 9th. So that like Donkey Kong, you know it. So the names, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Sign-ups will go from the 3rd through the 9th. So that gives 6 days to sign up. Plenty of time for people to watch this replay. The names will go out on the 10th, the day after, at some point in time during the 10th. The partnership will run from the 10th through the 27th of June. So May 10th, 2026 through June 27th, 2026. I know that's a long-ass time. So what we'll do is, if everybody is finished in the group chat, if somebody starts itching, like they got poison ivy or something, needing some more tarot content, tag me in the chat and say that you need help. You need tarot help. You need something more to do. And I will find you something to do. I already know Em is going to tag me in the chat and say that she's finished 5 seconds after. No, I'm kidding. And I will come up with something more. We can always try out. Again, this is me not asking permission. So sorry, Cheyenne, if you don't like this idea. But if everybody is finished... What? Sorry, I gotta stop reading the chat while I'm talking. If everybody is finished with the readings really early, maybe we could toss out the idea of, like, shuffling and, like, letting people do the reads for other people that are in the group chat. I don't know. I think that could be fun if everybody was done. Like no requirements, just be like, Sarah, I'm gonna do this reading for you. I'm gonna do this reading for Tammy. Like, in the group chat. That could be fun. I could see that being a hit. But we'll see. Rachel says, wait, I think I missed the third Beltane working with the darker sides. What was the other one? I will reply. So this was the 2 prompt options. And then I also dropped the spread. And the spread's in the chat too, so you don't have to listen to me say it. I'll respond here to this one also to pull it down. Oh, just kidding, and tagged you in it because she's the freaking goat. Thanks, M. Alright. M says, tagging you premeditated. I know. That's okay. Angie says, that's a fun idea. Okay, see, we like the idea. So we will just pressure Cheyenne into letting us do the idea. No, I'm kidding. But I think she'll like it. I think she'll go for it. We'll hope. Fingers crossed. Everybody light a candle and hope that Cheyenne lets us. No, I'm kidding. I'm also kidding. I think I'm just on a joking roll and now it's not going to stop. Okay, so the Google form will be due June 9th. I don't think I should be trusted to do these lives on my own. I just turn into a giggle box. Those are the dates. I'm going to put them in chat too. Just so that way everybody can see it. Okay, this is the part that Cheyenne always does. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it fast, guys. This is going to be like the warnings at the end of the commercials. Recap of the requirements for the program. Rules and requirements for the Tarot Partnership programs. If you are signing up, you are committing to perform at least one reading with your partner each. You have between May 10th, 2026 and June 27th, 2026 to complete both of your readings. You're agreeing to be privately messaged by whom you get partnered with. You must each give each other feedback on the reading, what resonated and what doesn't fully make sense. If you could get clarity on something more. Reads can be done via Facebook video chat, just messaging, voice chats. Do not pressure your partner into completing a reading in a method that they are not comfortable with. If you do not complete your reading, you cannot sign up for the next... If you do not complete your reading, you cannot sign up for the next partnership. We will be checking. If you do not complete your reading 3 times, you will no longer be allowed to participate. We have a strike policy. You acknowledge and agree to be added in the group chat with all participants and crones for communication purposes. This group chat is mandatory. In order to participate, you are agreeing to the group chat and willing to stay in the group chat. If you need to leave the group chat, you need to let people know. You're required to answer all the polls, all the icebreakers, the interactive questions that are in the group chat, blah, 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 blah. Read the group chat. You are required to keep up with communication as well with... I was about to say with Sarah and I, with me and Cheyenne. Basically, communicate with your partners, communicate with me, communicate with Cheyenne, communicate with everybody. Remember to be respectful and courteous to each other in the group chat. The chat is there to communicate, learn, share, and be a safe haven for each partner. You're required to fill out the feedback link at the end of the program. The link will be dropped in the group chat the day after the partnership concludes. There's a 3-strike policy program in place. Strike 1, set out for 1 partnership, complete a trial read. Strike 2, set out for 2 partnerships, complete a trial read. Strike 3, banned, deleted, bye. So that is real quick sum up of rules and requirements. So basically... Long story short, do your read, do your feedback, communicate, don't be a brat. Those are the rules. The next live will be July 5th, 2026. And that is all she wrote. That's all I got. Angie says she'll love it. I'm manifesting it. Okay. Angie said it. That means it's true, guys. So it will be. Well... Does anybody have any last and final thoughts before we end the live? I had a really good time, guys. That was good. I needed the laughs. You are welcome. Gandalf is here, so I might let him say hello before I end the live. Let's find the best way to show Gandalf to the camera. Gandalf's trying to climb up into my shirt right now. Here we go. Here's little Gangan. He's like, what the hell are you doing to me, Mom? Here, we'll turn him a little bit more. He's just right here. He's just hanging out. He's about to climb onto my altar. Let's move him. Alright, guys. I had a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed the live. Yes, Gandalf is the big fluffy cuteness. I'll let everybody know if you sign up for the Tarot Partnership Program. I will send a picture of Gandalf and Aphrodite, both of my cats, in the group chat. Exclusive content. You will not see my cats unless you sign up for the program. Alright. You are welcome. Thank you, thank you. Gandalf says hello to everybody. I am so glad you were able to catch it live, too. I had such a good time. And yes, cat pics. Everybody can share their cat pics. I figured out what the icebreaker is going to be. The icebreaker is going to be pictures of pets for the next sign-up. I'll probably share it after the live anyways to everybody who's in the group chat anyhow, because I'm going to have to. Yes. 2 pictures of peace. M is charging steep. Okay. Alright, ladies, I'll let you go because I could talk to you all evening, but I hope everybody has a wonderful time. I hope everybody laughed at least once. Thank you, tarot cards, for being nice to Rosla. That's all we could ask. I hope everybody else enjoyed their really spicy-ass reads. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening. I hope you had a fabulous Beltane. And remember, you are a bad bitch. Have a great night, everybody.